This is a very important distinction within types of laws. Laws can be substantive or they can be procedural. How are these different? Substantive law is the actual law that contains the essence of the law of the particular field. It's the essential law that governs that field. It declares what the law is and goes on to lay the legal principles. A great example is the IPC or the Indian Penal Code, which defines different crimes and then lays down what the punishment is for each of them. For instance, it lays down the elements of the crime of theft and prescribes the punishment for the crime of theft. On the other hand, procedural law is basically the law that lays down the procedure to be followed to apply the substantive law that we just looked at earlier. Procedural law lays down the process. It lays down the rules which help us enforce the substantive law. To follow up with the example of the IPC, which is the substantive law, we have the CRPC, which is the Criminal Procedure Code. The CRPC gives us the procedure and steps to follow before and during the criminal proceedings. For instance, in a crime of theft, the CRPC is the law that tells us who can file an FIR, which is the first information report, how a criminal complaint is to be made, who can investigate, etc. So I hope that you're now in a position to distinguish between substantive and procedural laws.